Hello, I'm Peter and welcome to Wicked Wheelchairs one-on-one on how to remove and install solid tyres. Before you start, you'll need a few necessary tools. Some of the solid tyres are pretty hard to remove, so we just resort to cutting them off. We'll use sometimes a Stanley knife or a pair of shears. When it comes to installing the tyres, the tools we'll be using a lever. It's preferred to have a smooth lever with smooth surfaces so that we're not damaging the rim. Some people are very particular about maintaining the looks of their equipment. And then we also use either a zip tie or some other method of holding a tyre on as we lever around, and you'll see that just a little bit later on. Okay, first up we've got the old very tight fitting tie here. I'm going to use a combination of the shears and the knife. I start cutting initially just with the view that we might be able to lighten the load when it's time to leave this tyre off. It's going to give us a lot of resistance, and that occurs sometimes. Some people have got the strength to lever it out, get a lever under and a clear cut, but that's not always the case. You might want to cut it in a few locations to take the pressure off, and these shears are doing a good job at that. Okay, if you need to get a bit more of a cut done, you can get that inside and just cut a little deeper. There is a cord inside the base of these. If you're able to cut that cord, then it's likely this will become a lot easier to move or lever off. So hopefully I've done that now, and now when I go to lever this, I'm a bit short to be doing this. It's going to give us a bit more space. I'm going to need to cut this a little bit further. It's not being as easy as I would have hoped first up, and you know, you'll often be presented with that. I can feel that cutting now. Always exercise care with sharp items. It's not very nice having to take a trip down to the local place. Once it's cut, peels off quite nicely. Remove all the sharp items away, put them away securely. Time to get onto the solid tyre now. First, what I do is I start by placing one part of the bead of the tyre in. Hopefully we're able to get that clipped into the rim. I prefer to use the zip tie where possible. It'll hold it nice and tight, and it doesn't interfere when you're levering on the tyre. My next, do that up tight enough so the tyre won't remove out of there. Now you've got to work out whether you want to work left or right-handed with the lever. I'm going to be using my left hand levering. My right hand will be holding the other side of the tyre. Try and fit it into the bead as far as possible around. The more tyre that's in the bead, the lighter work it will be as you go around the wheel. Okay. Now it's time to get your lever. Okay, I start with a little upside down just to get it through, rotate it, get it on the hook of the rim, lift that up, grab the tyre. I push it through again, move it across, then back a little bit, then lever that tyre again. We'll do that until we're all the way around. And here's the benefit of a smooth lever, is that in fact as you get it through, you've got that round surface, you can move it across without scratching or damaging that rim. And it's a nice, good handled lever, good leverage. And one last lever for this one and we'll be all done. And that's falling in. Some of the tyres are a little bit wider than the rim, and you might find that the bead hasn't quite gone in. There's a couple of methods of getting those in. Some people will use the lever just to lever that side of it in. The other way is I get it onto the ground and I literally hit it quite hard on the ground, and that'll help pop that tyre into the rim. The last thing to do is to clip off that zip tie. And your wheel and tyre is ready to go.